Hello there, great person. Welcome back to Let's Watch Some ORB Movements of the Earth. Today we're at episode Astonishment 24. And last time, all hell break loose, almost literally with the flames. Basically, everyone we know is dead. And we will now see where it goes with this new person who has an astrolabe in his back pocket, so to speak, and doesn't want to go to university because he's afraid of knowledge. Because it's destructive and potentially could bring him harm, which is true. So let's get into it. Don't forget to like and subscribe as always, and don't forget to check out my web novel, which also deals with similar themes as the show. So if you like stuff like this, but on a more fantasy level, check it out. It's for free. You don't have to register. Just look at the link in the comments, at the pinned comment, and we will now see where ORB will lead us for the last 2 episodes. Let's go.
Doch ich frag mich, wer wir sind.
So, didn't throw away his astrolabe. Brilliant. Yeah, he can calculate. What? Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. I like that. There was a bit of chaos theory thrown in with the little changes to the will have very different outcomes, but I love that he also is passionate. I mean, I do have an 1 hour reaction to that freaking episode where they go to the cook, so I will not go into it here, but I like that lots, man. Really cool. He doesn't like making bread, yeah. I mean, not with the job, with potentially with the other stuff he's doing outside the job. Even though I know the job was like 10 hours a day and that's all they did, so. Ooh, he knew his father, I see. Wow. Socrates and whatever, how did you know that? Arete. What does that mean? Okay, I get it. That's true. It's the potential of people, which some people equate to the godly spirit in modern times. And yeah, that also links back to my research. I do talk a lot and do research a lot on functionalities, workings that are inherent in certain structures. And basically all we try to do in learning is extract these functions and make them applicable to other situations other than the one that we learned them in short summary. So that's very cool. It goes back to Gibson, so. Yeah, very cool. Okay, so that's cool. So humans' natural thing is to think. I like that though. I do think it's something I did find out in the research, and that I do think has some implications, and I do think it's just some fun musings. But if you ask someone, for example, what is a chair, they might describe what a chair looks like or how it works. And I don't have an answer yet, but and I do think there are several ideas to be had in this case, but I do think you could argue for both or either one. You know, perhaps a chair has to look like a chair and act like a chair. Perhaps something that just acts like a chair is a chair. Like if I take a let's say a what's called roller cart, I don't know, or if you just take a let's say a bucket, turn it over, put it on the ground, and you sit on it. Is that a chair? You sit on it, it has the same functions as chairs. Its main function is identical to the one of the chair. So what gives the name, the shape, or the form, or both? And I do think it's not always the same answer in the same scenario. Sometimes it is the shape, sometimes it's the function, and sometimes we confuse what other people mean when they talk about stuff. So very interesting idea.
それにのっとりゃ、俺のある程は
Yeah, his arete is baking bread.
考えたらしいな。人は自分の
Human beings are happiest when they delight in that which is best and most akin to them.
趣味
Okay, so if you want this thought pursued as the main topic of a story, read my web novel. That is the core of my web novel, that statement. That idea of what do we want to do, who are we, what makes us happy. And this arete example is basically one-to-one what I explore. So if you want to see that explored in depth for many people, read the web novel. Like that's what it's about.
が与えてくださった使命だ。
I don't call it arete, I call it the truth. And it's the first page of the novel. It's called The Truth, and I write about this. Who are you truly? What are you doing in your life? What gives you meaning? And that's what it's about. So I know it's a bit of a shameless self-plot, but no one reads it, so I have to do it. So
若いうちくらい浸れ。
dive in while you're still young, yeah. If you're still young, you have so many paths ahead, even though you're limited by outside things like money and stuff, unfortunately, but yeah.
関係ない。進め。
Suicide! I'm sorry, it's just in my blood now. Don't even know his name, do we? No, it's Albert. Albert. He's called Albert, yeah. Oh, he's drawing stuff. Is it Orion? No, it's not. I don't know which constellation that is. I'm bad with constellations. Oh, his father died because of something with this. I mean, trauma can stop you from this. Perhaps his father died because of his convictions, like all the others did. Draka, Badeni, and all the others. Oh no, he's in the intro. I will watch the intros in a separate video.
アルベルト。ここ
What was the call? What was it called? Trauman? Wait.
アルベルト。
Formazein. Taumazein in German. I don't know what the fuck.
ここの教会にパン届
Oh no, he's going to the church. What are we gonna see?
くと知り合ってな。今度
You know what I love about this show as well? It's like through little coincidences, the ideas carried on. It's not snuffed out. Always, like in the church's mind, you would argue God makes the idea succeed. Like him having an astrolabe and him now sending him to a church where he might get more plot is like, I know it's the author, but it works very well in the story.
届けるって約束したんだ。
That the truth prevails. It's basically the question. And if God is the truth, then he prevails. And if it's not God. I don't know, whatever. So who will you meet here? Who's still alive? Oh, everyone died, I think. Oh, God. It's a lovely church, though. Oh, confession booth. Did you ever confess? Perhaps there's a silence around who will make you confess. Will you step in? Confess! When was the last time he confessed? I know it's I know from a very cynical point of view, you would be like, and again, if you go down the corruption path, it's like the dude in the next booth is like a corrupt asshole who will just use it against you, what you say, and you could be blackmailed. But the idea of confession is to speak it out loud, get it off your soul, because otherwise it will F you in the A because of all the stuff I said before, because of the conscience. Like it's basically admitting that you did wrong is let out for your conscience, so it doesn't F you up. So I like that idea. See, he might be a snake, or he might be a truly pure man. And that's the thing, you always get forgiveness, I think. So is this confession booth new? I think, yeah. Okay, so this is the first confession booth, whatever. I like it. Confess your sins, yeah. So did he just order that bread so he could make the delivery guy confess? That would be actually pretty funny. I would love that. Yeah, that's what I said. He could blackmail you. Oh, so he's the first one ever to go to confession booth. That's funny. So it is also like a bit of a proto-psychological feedback evaluation. It is a proto-psychologist. And I know he doesn't know anything about psychology, but just speaking about it to a wall, like, you know, a psychologist does the same, but he's a wall that makes you dig deeper into the problems you have. Like a psychologist is not doing telling you what to do or the solutions. The psychologist helps you work towards the solutions from your own perspective. So in a way, he's like a modern confession priest all the time. That's what a good psychologist is. So I like that, actually. So what is your worry, mate? Does the priest like, yeah. Because the optimal psychologist also would be not personal, would listen to everything and has a duty of, what is it called? Like the thing that you can't tell anyone what you talked about, doctor's confidentiality. You have something like that as a priest as well, you know? So it's very similar. He's a good psychologist though. You haven't forgotten yet. What have you forgotten? Oh, that's cool. I like that as a trust building exercise. So he's gonna confess. Brilliant. Let's go. Let's see what he's doing. Brutzevo. Okay. Where is that? A free peasant. So someone who was not under the landlords, whatever. So we're going through Freudian? Brilliant. What did he tell you though, yeah? My son, we are forced to endure a hard life, which is true for everyone most of the time. Yeah. That is also true. We so often forget that. Like, not gonna lie, like my uncle has been a farmer almost all his life, and the guy he rented his farm to now that he's retired had to go to university to be a farmer. You know, so yeah, wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, to alleviate suffering, like we do with belief. Like belief is also like hoping to get through suffering. It's so important to read to your children as well. Like my children love to read. So why did his father die? Because of the books? It's funny that observation is a hobby for everyone, but nowadays it's not. You could do that, as I said, with Stellarium very easily, the app. Love that you also see the Milky Way so well. Like, this is basically what the Milky Way looks like when you are a bit in a rural area and there's no light pollution. Did see that once when I was younger. That is so awesome. And it is one of the most prominent drives to look up into the sky for guidance. Oh God, no. He saw the Earth moving. Oh, okay, it's the northern star, Polaris. Yeah.
その発見は何の役に立つ
That's so funny. What use does it serve? It's again Gibson, the idea of functional things. Yeah, see? Function is to guide. Love that.
めて意味がある。そう
That's the thing as well. Like, whatever you discover, you have to see what it can do and what it will do horribly. Like nuclear power. It can help many people to get energy. It can nuke many people. You know what I
な
mean?
ければ無駄だ。
Or it can just be a weird thing and no one knows what it does. Like quantum computers. I'm so sorry. That's just how it is.
息子
Sorry.
よ。よくやった。
Oh, it's so cool, man.
何が知りたい
What do you want to know? Yeah, everything. Everything. Yeah, everything. So what changed you? I love that he has to have had a trauma by his father dying for like in some way, and now he's away from his wish. His arate is knowing everything, so he has to go back to the path. I like that.
なんで夜だけ現れるのか、
So many good questions for a child as well.
いつまであるのか、
How many are there? Infinite? Potentially not infinite, though. I do think there are some recent theories or hypotheses that pose that the universe is not that it is infinite, but it's not infinite space. Like if you go in one direction, you just appear from the other one. A bit like if you would be on the Earth's surface and you go in one direction, you would just circle around the Earth. You would circle around the universe if you just go in one direction. Like you have to disregard all the stuff like the universe expanding and stuff. I know, but the idea is that is likely what it is. So
そもそも星って何なのか、
what are stars? It's just objects fusing. Oh god, why does he look so weird? Sometimes just knowing is good. Because you basically forge potential tools for the future in your mind. That's what knowing is.
自分の
Exploration drive it's a drive we have when everything else is satiated, basically, like from a neurological perspective. So if you want to explore a lot, normally that it's when you're like you're not hungry, like you're not hungry, you are not afraid, you're not angry, like it's when like you just want to know, and that's when you explore, when you get around, and that's different for people. And for some people, knowing is more important than eating. For example, when I did my PhD thesis, I wanted to know something. I sometimes forgot to eat. But you know, in general, that's how it is.
息子よ。この先何かを
Yes,
学ぶ。
whenever you learn. Yeah.
これだけは覚えていてくれ。
And what is it? The word, he says. Yeah.
動機も方法も。
Yeah, I agree. Also, he didn't do that when he went into the confession booth, by the way. So that's also quite cool that sometimes you don't have to doubt. Sometimes it's healthy to not doubt. It is an absolute again. It is one of the absolutes I would be like, yeah, I get why you should always doubt. I doubt a lot as well. But sometimes there are things you just like where it's not useful to doubt. For example, you could doubt that the Earth is a globe. You could be a flat earther. And yes, you could do that. And you would have to doubt the government and astronomers and universities. But it's so useless as well. Like just from a perspective of why would everyone lie? Why would you doubt their lie? But then again, I do think it's something you should have to test. Like then you should then like every time you are against something, you should try to tell yourself, when would you change your mind? And with Flat Earth, it would be like, and you know this this documentary on Netflix where this one dude does the experiment like, okay, if this experiment goes this way, I will accept that Earth is round, and the experiment goes exactly like that, obviously, because the Earth is round. And then he's like, okay, let's go to the next experiment. No. Before you go about this doubt thing, I would always be like, when would you doubt and when would you not doubt? What is the data that would convince you of each of the possibilities? And if you say to one of the possibilities, no data would convince me, then like it's useless. You're caught in an ideology. You know, like there's no use. Why would you then, like, it's done. You will never try to doubt this. For example, would it take for you to doubt that the Earth is a sphere? You know? And you might say, I would doubt that the Earth is a sphere when, for example, let's say, I don't know, when you see a landmass above your head, because then it wouldn't be a sphere anymore because it would somehow bend, you know? And if then you see a landmass above you and it's not a Fata Morgana, for example, and you know that, you would have to change your mind. Otherwise, you're like, no, I know the Earth is round. I will never get away from that. The Earth is not round, it's elliptical. I mean, because it rotates, the mass of at the side, so to speak, is pressed a bit outwards, so the Earth is taller around the equator than it is like the like from pole to pole, that diameter. You know, so it's not round. When would you accept that? Anyway. Yeah, monster in knowledge. Oh. So he would tell him that if he finds the truth and it wouldn't serve humanity, disregard it? That's an interesting idea. Perhaps, yeah. But you don't know what serves humanity. I would always argue that the truth is more important than what you think serves humanity. Because the truth might be what actually serves it. And if it doesn't serve it and it's the truth, perhaps humanity is not the priority. Which is a dangerous thought, I think. Very nihilistic, potentially. And I don't like it. And I'm of the opinion that nihilism is something that is a bit of a... it's basically something where you don't pursue anything as well. Like it kills your motivational drives. So it's anti-evolutionary because you don't pursue evolution in a way, like because you, and I know that's a bit fuzzy what I say here. It's like if you are like nothing matters, then all the basic things you do don't matter. So why do them? And if you consequently you don't do the stuff, you don't do stuff that you like, but you do like stuff, and you feel pain, and you will move away from pain. That's irrefutable. There's no one who will not move away from pain. It's in your spine. You don't even have to, you cannot even try to override your spine with your brain there. It's just, you just go away. If you put your hand on the stove, you can't leave it there. It'll just go away. You can train it, but it will, you know, why? You will die. Evolutionary stupidity. Oh god, a tutor. What the frick's gonna happen? Oh no. How does he... How can he be able to get a tutor and... Okay, so he's a believer as well. So who did you meet? Okay. Is that... Why is that a... What? Sorry, what? Why and how? Oh, was it all a story? Was all of it the story Raphael thought up to teach this stuff? I don't know. We'll see. I hope there's a cool thing about it. This is absolute mindfuck. What the shit? Okay, let's go. Okay, Pythagoras. Did he have a square there? Did he miss the square, mate? Yeah, he did. What is he doing? A plus B equals to C. It's not true. A squared plus B squared is C squared, mate. What the fuck are you talking about? Yeah. Yeah, perhaps it's a little too hard, mate. It's grade 8. Love that he has the same voice actor, but he's now like a youth. Also, whatever this is, the gun part or whatever is looking like stars.
一応毎日記録をつけてます。
Love that it's a hobby, it's so cool.
いや、好きとかじゃない。
Really? So what the fuck is going on? Why is there a fall? Why the fuck, man? Why the fuck is there a fall here? Oh god. Okay.
幸運にも学者さんに
Is this just an alternative future storyline? Man, I know they will tell me. This is so weird. I love it. What is going on? Oh god.
そんな自分を夜空は救ってくれ
How did they save you? Is that the timeline where he did recant?
僕たちの住んでる世界の
That a world exists beyond our own. Ooh, another planet. Yeah, I know. I mean, we know that, but yeah.
感覚にワクワクした。
Is he talking about aliens or God?
それらはすべて同じ空にある。
Yeah. That's very Japanese. We're all in the same sky.
それを知るために生きようと思った
Oh
ね。
god. Why is this happening? What the fuck is going on?
僕はそんな大きな目
I
標
mean, not yet. You're a child. You can still get them.
と助けるわけじゃないし、
Yeah, that's what his father said. Do something useful. But, I mean, with what parents say to their children, do something useful. Don't go into arts. I know that's a bit of a trope. I know it's just a joke. But, like that. But sometimes you just like something because it's beautiful to you.
無意味なんです。
I mean, if that's what would you call meaning? Yeah.
ただ知り
You
たくて
just want to know what made.
アルベルト君、あのいて座を見てこ
Ooh,
い。
Sagittarius. So, where is it? This is still a constellation, mate.
じゃあ、指を追ってくれ。
Ooh, I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. I can never do that. Like if someone points at something, I never see what they point at. Never.
あそこが頭で。
Yeah, star sets don't look at what they're named after at all, most of them. Yeah, that's not a Sagittarius. Like, I know it's the star constellation, but you
どう
know.
だい？弓を持つケンタウロス。
Yeah, obviously it does. Yeah, yeah.
見えないか。確かに無
It
理
is
や
not
り
only a bit of a stretch. Most of them are such big stretches that it's insane.
形は覚えやすくなったろ？
I mean, imagine that. Like, there are stars, and someone just drew an imaginary line across them and was like, yeah, this like kind of looks like a horse. Like, and it's like, he could have just linked these, like, he could have done this, like, you know, it is like that, not like these, like, they're so, it's just arbitrary. It's just to communicate because everyone sees the same,
と
you know?
今まで見えてなかったものが見えてる。
Everyone sees the same, so you can communicate about it. Oh, there's Taurus. I think this is Taurus. This should be Taurus. I don't know the others. I'm very bad at that. I never learned them. I was like, yeah, whatever. I can look them up.
遠い昔、ギリシャで
Yeah, like, I get that. So you can construct with confirmation bias things like lines between the stars that make them look like the myths. And I like that. It preserves history and myth and culture in a way.
ケンタウロス族の賢者、ケイローン
Yeah, Chiron.
天的な真理に情熱的に迫ろうとする。
Do they though? Interesting. I like that. Sages are important as well, you know.
タウマゼインを
Tauma Zane. Astonishment should be the translation if it's translated Germanly. Yeah. Wonder and astonishment.
簡単に言い換えると、この世のうつ
Yeah. It is so primal because it is a sense of where
さ
to
に
go
近づきたいと願う精神のこと。
and to look for the
つま
answers.
り
Why is he the Riddler now? Why the frick?
神がこの世界を作り、人はそれを知りたいと
Yeah, okay. Man, why is this weird Rafal thing here? I'm a bit afraid of it. So he is the one that fused both of them.
なことも厭わない。
I'll pay any price, like dying. Yeah, exactly. And you did. Love how he's drinking stuff. because he did drink something to kill himself in the original timeline, whatever the fuck that was.
てることが何の役に立つかは
Yeah.
無意味だと思う。
But I would also argue that that's like, even if people don't know what is useful, some other people might find some use in what you do. And then it's important. You never know if something you do is of use to anybody in the future. You don't know. You could have something important. Yeah, that's so cool.
して僕は今から極めて不適切
Oh no, are you gonna do heresy here?
知の探求が人や
No.
発想はクソだ。
Yeah. I would also say, yeah, do it because you want to know. Because you don't know when it will be useful. That's my argument. Like, I would even do it, make a strong argument, at least in my mind. You don't know when it will be useful because society and human can change. That's the point of knowledge. Adapt to change. Evolution.
アルベルト君、これだけは覚えていてくれ。
Remember this, I'm a ghost. I died in the parallel timeline. Oh god.
信じろ。
You must believe and doubt. Oh no. Okay.
この世の美しさを。
So he basically tells him the opposite of his father. Which is interesting because I would say they both are right. And in each situation you have to evaluate, is it more reasonable to doubt or to believe? And no one can take that from you, and it's a personal thing, and you might be wrong. So, but you can always doubt something, and you can always believe in something. You just have to choose in the end, or your subconsciousness will choose. You know, sometimes you just believe something that you did choose, without understanding it. Why? Yeah, algebra. Let's do it.
星座って
Ooh, yeah. There's the snake carrier no one knows about. So there are 13 constellations. One of them, like on the major ones, like Taurus, Sagittarius, Pisces. Like there's the snake carrier. I think I said that before in a reaction to this show, but it's so important to know that astrology is stupid, because every astrology guide, every horoscope is on 12 constellations, but they are not correct. There's 13. Just one is ugly because it's the snake carrier and we don't like snakes, so they erased it. So every horoscope should be off at least at the edges of each of the star signs periods. So yeah. Do you have a real horoscope with the snake carrier, or do you have a false one with just 12? Love it. It's so funny.
もしよかったら今度教えてもらえませんか？
I don't know. Perhaps he's just a ghost from another past. Oh man, why is Rafal here? Fuck off, man. Hate this. Oh god, and his father dies.
ずいぶん上達してきたね。目覚ましい。
It's also weird to see him grown up, but I like it.
何かきっかけが？
Yeah, he just wanted to learn. Why not?
数の操り方を知れば
That mastering numbers would bring me close to the secrets. Yeah, that's true.
考えたらがぜんやる気が出てきたというか。
That's cool, man. Oh my god, why is he looking like Darth Vader? Oh god.
同じ志を持った者が。
Oh no, did you kill your father? By attending that meeting?
の自由な探求
Yeah,
だ。
oh my god. Why is this even in the show? I love it, but it's so
様
weird
々
and
な議論や
different.
意
It's
見
like,
交換が行われる。
it's basically the main story's over. Hey, I have some weird random parallel universe where Fall grows up and teaches people and probably will get hunted down with the church again.
お
Like, what?
とても刺激的な場だ。
That's the thing as well. I don't think thoughts are dangerous, their consequences are dangerous. You know what? Does that make sense? I don't know if I expressed myself there correctly. Like, you can have every thought, you just have to realize when a thought is really dangerous. And you have to make sure that the danger in the thought is transported with the thought. And it's hard, and almost no one does it. Because if you have a new thought that you think is so perfect and true, like thinking about it's dangerous is almost heresy all the time, because you can't taint that perfect thing you thought up, you know? It's the birth of an ideology if you're not careful.
だよ。
So adult Raval is turning little kids into heretics. Brilliant.
Huh?
And he said no, directed by Robert E. Wiley. And what if that's a trap? What if that's a trap?
じゃあお父様にも伝えておく。
Oh god. Oh my god. Oh, what happened? I know his father's dead. Fuck, man. That's pretty large. It's a pretty large gathering, though, yeah. Oh, there's Yolenta. Why is there every character here? This is Schmidt, isn't it? Or the other dude? And we saw Yolenta. So this is a parallel world. This is Yolenta. I saw Yolenta. I'm sorry. There's Yolenta. Why is Yolenta there? And this is whatever his face is called. Yeah, I do think that's the people that died for it. These are all the people, I think, that died for their belief in the truth. That is so weird. Perhaps that's really... Yeah, perhaps that's what really happens and the other stuff is just a book. I don't know. We will hopefully find out. Otherwise, I don't care. It's just a fun ending. No! Oh, I forgot I can watch the next one now. Okay, we'll watch the next one now. Let's go. Whatever. Bye. Thanks for reacting. What the fuck am I talking about? Thanks for watching. Like, share, all the good stuff. And read my web novel dealing with the same themes, but in the fantasy world in the afterlife. Whatever, you know the deal. Just read it. But yeah, we'll go to the next one. So take care of yourself. See you next week, and I will now watch it. Bye.